told this is going to be easy, but they set the bar up too high. But they say it's a good crowd, so I'm going to start with a little chant. Gurura Brahma, Gurura Vishnu, Gurura Devo Maheshwara, Gurura Sakshat, Parabrahma, Tasmai Shri Guruvai Namaha. I grew up in India, where the Guru, the Sanskrit word for teacher, not for an expert, a teacher, is worshipped. The Guru passes the wisdom on to the Shishya, the student, and that's the pride. I grew up in India, where I was shunned with negativism, with discredits and penalties because I could never ever memorize math. And you're asking me how I'm doing an Ignite here? I don't know what's coming up. I grew up in India, where my 7th grade math teacher told me I should pick up a job that has nothing to do with mathematics. But being the 7th grader, I knew no better, and I went on a hunt for that job. I grew up in India. My family always stood by my side. Whether it was my mom sitting next to me in that class picture because she's a teacher, or whether they were celebrating my success, which had nothing to do with mathematics, or my fumbling with memorization throughout. But here is Pallavi, our daughter. She's a freshman in high school this year. And 3 weeks back, we saw her sneakily doing her math problems because her teacher told her she cannot do math until she memorizes the quadratic formula, the distance formula, with the Pythagorean triplets. This is not the kid we had. She was the one who loved math. Her charm, energy, love was created in the notice and wonders that she did, in the joy she had in sharing the discovery of patterns, in the joy she had sharing that with her friends, with us as parents. All that was just lost in 3 months. But to me, it rings a bell. I see the connection. It was the exact same thing that happened to me. I see how all these negativities can impose impact and possibly derail her. But being a math teacher, I know there's a good side to negatives, right? We can even do double negatives in math, not in the English class, says Grammarly. So then, if I know all this, if I know the impact of negatives, if I know that there is a whole universe of beauty in the numbers that lies beyond what we set as our baseline, 0, why am I not seeing that negative yet? Why am I not seeing the actual positive in the negative? Why am I not seeing the beauty in all her struggle, in all her cries? Maybe that's the human element. Maybe that's the parent in me. Maybe that's the teacher in me. Maybe that's the Sandhya in me as a 7th grader. As a teacher, we all have good intents. Our intents are definitely always showcasing the best of our students. But sometimes our impact is not the same as our intent. We all know that. Never is it deliberate. Never is it intentional. Sometimes what we think we want to say is not what is heard. I have myself been guilty of that many a times. And none of us are flawless. We've all done that. Can I ask you to be that, please be that person who can make that negative memory in these children to be positive and impact them in a way that it makes sense and gives them the confidence that they've never probably had? Can we bring back the aha moments in the mathematics instead of shunning them down just because they cannot memorize something in mathematics? Can we not be that person because we as a person are already doing that? Can we not take that one step more and be that person for that student in our lives? You all already are doing it. Can I just ask you to intentionally do that more? Because there is power in negative. We all know that. There are numerous puns and jokes about it. We just have to wait to harness that negative power and make it into the energy that feeds our confidence. Because like Pallavi says, there is success related to soaring in the sky, but for her, when she does her scuba diving and goes and touches that manta ray, that's success for her. And even though it's not soaring, it's still down there. So Gurura Brahma, Gurura Vishnu, Gurura Devo Maheshwara, Gurura Sakshat Parabrahma, Tasmai Shri Guruvai Namaha. Salutations to you teachers. That was my time.
Sandhya, that was magnificent.